That's pretty fun. Pretty fun sounding music. Do, 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 do. If I'm gonna do that one. Give people some time to get in here. So like, what is it? It's many mumbling mice are making merry music in the moonlight, mighty nice. Super hard to do when there's actual music playing, huh? Hey, King! Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's it going? Time to share the love. Howdy. How's it going? Good. I'm doing all right. Had a bit of an oops, not an oopsie today, but a bit of a, what is it? An inconvenience is the right word. So imagine you're driving home, right? We'll give you this hunk of, honestly, whatever this dent is my car. Essentially, I drove home. I got home. I got through the stairs. I opened the front door to my place. I receive a phone call. Guess who? Boss. I'm thinking, uh-oh, what did I do? Turns out, one of our employees was locked in the facility. So, boss had two options. He had option one, which is the dude who lives 3 minutes away. And then option two, the guy who lives about like 10 minutes away. Both of which are not that long. Granted, not that long. He goes with the guy 10 minutes. Just fine. It's whatever. The only reason it bugged me is it was the first time in maybe, I don't know, 5 weeks that I was able to leave before 5:30. Like, I actually was able to get out of there, fully close up, do everything I needed to do, 5:10. And I was hype. I was giddy. I was so looking forward to it. Because I was like, yeah, I get more time. Let's go. I'll do some extra studying, relax a little bit longer, make a longer dinner. I was chilling. But then I get home, and then I get the call, and I'm like, well, now I'm mad. Right now I'm mad because I have to go 10 this way, 10 back. And I'm just like, just to get back to square one, opening the door. A small thing. Like I said, an inconvenience. But that's how I I don't know, this is how I like spent this day. Maybe I just let him have it. Okay. Alright. So You were watching yeah, I was too. Yeah, I was a part of the in crowd. Had to teach that boy Angelic a lesson. Not quite, it wasn't really a lesson. It was kind of more along the lines of, oh, I'm playing this. I was explaining, I think in general, what the agent was meant to do. Like we were talking about Reyna. And if I talk about Reyna, Reyna's an interesting case because it's actually an agent I would recommend to young, or not young, but like newer players. Because it has the qualities of a great new player agent. Like, easy is the first one. Like, selfish. Like, you don't get tied into like the macro game as easily with Reyna. Moreover so than any other agent. It's very easy to get put into that, and that's like a really good combo. Plus it's very like, it's also very like self-sufficient. So like you don't need a lot of help. Because selfish and self-sufficient usually aren't the same. Some selfish agents kind of need help. For example, Jet's selfish-ish, but needs help, right? A Jet dash smoke doesn't kill anybody. Jet dash smoke with help kills. Lorena just flash, I shoot you. Let's go. I flash, I shoot you. Very easy. And so what this teaches, because I want people to get better on average. Like the average play, or like the best decisions on average, rank you up. Like for example, you are likely, because you're climbing, congratulations on Diamond again, on average you're making the good plays. And I'm not trying to attack him for making this decision to play. Of course, don't. Y'all know me from day one. I did not throw a fit when you locked Breach. I'm like, huh, this guy really went from Astra Viper to Breach. And I was like, this is a combination and a half. But it's a combination I endorse, fully endorse. It's a good combo. Long support, or wall. Like, it's a very strong defender. I get it. There's a couple of agents, I think. Who did I put? I think I made a message in the Discord. I would put like this, Clove, Chamber. I honestly, I don't know if I put ISO. I think ISO takes a little bit more effort. What did I say? I said Gecko, right? And that covers like the 4 basic. Yeah, these are like the four agents of Doom here that teach you the good. It teaches you the basics of the game and gives you a good grasp when, like, as you're ready to transition. Yeah, all Void agents. True, dude. True. All right. Enough of me talking about the simplicity of agents and why they're actually good for the game and good for your training. Wow, yikes. Let me take care of that guy for him. Oh no, he banned him already. Hey. Oh, true. He's got him. All right. Okay. So let's start. You're already here, so I don't even have to give the fluff. Astra 1 Diamond Tracker. Bang. Over here. Whoopsie. Not where I wanted it. There you go. Oh. Okay. Okay. Still winning a lot of rounds? Yep. That's what I like to see. This win rate's still stupid. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Imagine. Yeah, you just you're cruising for a bruising. You're bruising for a cruising. Yeah, and you probably play very much. Yeah, you're stupidly consistent, which is good. What I like to see. I stopped doing that because I learned that I need to learn different things, but I'm glad that you endorse yourself and you practice. You love yourself. Good. Good self-respect. I don't know why I'm talking like that. You still low hours, which is quite insane. By the way, I said it was insane the last time we talked about it, but this is still insane timing. Most people don't hit diamond until 500 hours, so good work. Gonna say that outright. Let's not dilly-dally. Let's talk game. You are not radiant, unfortunately. You have the purple icon now. Okay. A little cry for help for us. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna do myself a service real quick. We'll open up Obsidian. I'll briefly share what I wrote down here. Let's see. So for Astra, okay. So the generic notes for Astra, which will not follow you. So we talk about the strengths of this agent. The strength of the agent is like it's very flexible with positioning, has a lot of long range support options, and you have a very flexible post plan. You can play on site, off site. You have some variation in how you can play. So we can leverage smokes for information denial more loosely because of the recall mechanic, something that a lot of other controllers really can't do. Or if they can do, they can't do it to the extent that Astra can. And so we want to, so when we're like focused on this agent in particular, when we're playing, we still want strong fundamental mechanics. That's just a given. A deeper understanding of positioning would be good. Proper smoke theory and habits are something that just most controllers are going to need. Astra for sure. And then getting the speed of our Astro form up is good. Of course, focus precision always first. Once you get precision down, then we can start tackling speed. All sorts of stuff. That's just the preliminary stuff that I'm going to start just shouting to the void. Okay, let's see. Last time we talked Astra, we talked commit to decisions because they're easier when we commit to. It's easier to evaluate decisions when we're not just dying out in the open instead of playing a spot, which that note was a month ago. Wow, actually probably not even, like 3 weeks ago, something akin to that. When was this? It was just straight up a month ago. Yeah, so it has been a month since I asked you to do that. I think the notes have changed. Some agent specific notes have changed. Some map specific.
Alrighty.
So we'll see where we're at. There's Void right there. There he is.
How's it going?
Howdy, howdy. Okay. Again, yeah, we just noticed immediately. Information denial. Life's chilling. I think the closer one is more flexible in how you can play it. Like, you can still run through that, especially if you get a Sova dart. If the Sova's not darting, this far one's totally fine. The only issue here is that you're kind of running into the fact that this entire side is really annoyingly unchecked. And so there's a lot of plays that can happen, especially against their comp. They got a Yoru, a Clove that can resmoke chamber, and a Jet. Like, it's very... I don't want to leisurely give up this level, like this space, because it's a lot of strong off angles and a lot of strong on angles that they can play here.
Reloading. Enemy spotted A.
You're too thinky. You're too thinky. This is slow, right? I might even call this a strike.
Enemy spotted A.
So think of what your trajectory in this round is. This is clearly an A rush. You can deny or say all you want, but you got a trip here. Everyone's towards A. There's no way you're pivoting. I don't like pivoting onto sites that I have zero information about unless I physically have to. I would rather wait rehit. It's usually stronger. That's just a personal thing of mine. But I noticed, like, there's this fight that you guys take. They get forced off the line, and the guy runs this way. You have this thing where we're just kind of zoning in between the two. Like, if you got in position, looked to go out, that would help this short player way more than trying to run back and fight to get this short space. Why? Because this pinch is absolutely diabolical. Think of any round in recorded history where this player, like the Jet in question, survives this pinch. The only way it happens is if one of these two players die. And if it turns into a 1v1, it's like if this guy dies. Then weird stuff can happen and you don't feel really comfortable about that. Because now it's a war on all fronts and we don't really want that. So when you get here and you kind of leave him to chance. We clear this short. Okay. Better player goes fast. I'm smoking for you. Let's go. We're going to pinch this guy. We're going. But a bad player has this tendency to not want to commit to these decisions and we go slower. And so we look at the time here, which he kills him anyway. So all that you have done for the past, I would say 10 seconds is you've paced in your room on the phone talking to your parents. And because there's this indecision, nothing's happening. Like, if they wanted to go, yeah, you can still smoke for them because you're Astro. You're not going to get punished by that. Most controllers aren't going to get punished by this decision. But imagine you were just here with the squad and you were going out. It's stronger on average. Like, I even think if this guy loses the 50-50, which is a decision that can happen all the time, I think on average, you running out with the team saying, I'm soaking out, let's go. And then you running short and fighting this guy short while the team takes space, does the darts, whatever, is just way stronger.
What's that side? 55 plus.
Yeah, but look how disjointed you are, and you finally get put in this play. That is actually kind of unfortunate timing. The reload does look safe in that position too. I'm not gonna lie to you. That jump out was insane from the chamber. But just look how not ready you was. And if you were there, that's an extra body that can help hold. That's probably 2 extra people who don't immediately die. I still think I think on average you win this round. And I think if you committed to 1 or 2 bits, you win. But the fact that we split between the two cost us that round. You can thank Void later. I figured you'd do that one as well. That dude did his damage. You are hardcore gambling that there's no one here, and I respect it. I respect the risk. I'm not. Yeah, the technique can be better when you challenge this angle. I think this is probably the only threat that we received, like, ever.
Spike down mid.
I dropped spike. What?
Like, that not being like a daddy peek is a little crazy to me. But other than that, you seeing nobody and just immediately walking up, I'm down for, right? Because you've manipulated, or you've like, Void getting a kill is just super huge. I'm down. Wait for your boys. You're about to punish them for making a dumb decision. I'm done. Oh, that's annoying. Cool, that's annoying. Unlucky. What a guy. Unfortunate. I like the play though. Okay. Okay. Got him. On average, you kill this guy? I mean, I guess you do in these rounds, yeah. And I'm trying to be very, this might seem pedantic, but I gotta see that fight again. Yeah, it's a micro movement correction. That might get you punished higher. Definitely not against this guy. You just absolutely sat him down. But notice how blocky that movement is. If I can pull it back enough. This is something very micro that I noticed that I have a problem with too. I should have just backed up. But really look at, so you take a step, you're exposed to him. Really high level player takes your head off. And your secondary step, because it's like a little blocky. So think of like this as smooth steps. So like this would be like a smooth peak. And like even if you do this, it's smooth. But you're doing whoop, whoop, done. And so we might have to address peaking motion. Of course, you do just kill this guy, but it is something that I do want to address. We'll move on from this round. I think the decision on this round is not even that bad. Do that all on death. Yeah. Fixing that is very intentional too, because it might be a habit at this point. I don't know if you're doing this intentionally. Try to fix it. Yeah. We'll see if there's something more pressing, but we'll get into recovery sets. All right, I'm down for either one of two decisions. You either commit to like a fast C split, which honestly at this point, no. Or you just call regroup towards A, and then we go A or something. Why? Because they're gonna try to make an aggressive play. They're down numbers and they're down in economic advantage. So someone's gonna walk somewhere, because they have to. And so I'm more likely to gamble that the walk down is A than towards mid. Yeah, bet. You got him. You're smart for waiting for the players too. I think you speeding is incorrect though. I don't like this decision. On average, you're throwing this round. Unless you have like not a shadow of a doubt that there's someone towards A. Especially if you're just running it.
I need a concealment.
Yeah, on average, the correct decision is like, let's just go A. Come back. We're just gonna hit A together. And then you hit A together. And life's chilling. There's no risk involved. There's no crazy, like... Yeah, you killed two people towards C, or they're gonna be towards C. More than likely. Is it a better idea to just wait? On average, yeah. Because there's a non-zero chance that this round was supremely losable if you get yourself into like a 1v something or a 2v something. On average, you like in this spot you'll win out more, but there are definitely a ton of like there's already somebody here. Okay, good position, good position. What the? Oh, your chamber's kind of selling you, but it's fine. Your chamber didn't sell you, huh?
CT.
Your position was good. Yeah, you looked to fight off your teammates. Yeah, they took the one. Done. It's a good fight for this. Sova. Let's go. What?
Scanning ahead.
Let's go. Let's go. What? Place these. Move, move, move. What is this? What is this like hang time we got here? This is not Smurf playbook. Not at all. On average, if you just go stupid fast, you'll win. With no fear, if the play is to go towards a specific site, unless the enemy team shows you that they deserve your respect, which in all honesty, King, in most of your lobbies is going to be 0 people, you should just be planting these and going out and just fighting. Because on average, these fights are good for you, and you're better than your opponents. More likely than not. So what are the odds that it's going to be...
He's back right.
Move, move, move. Go, go, go. Yeah, let's go, let's go.
You were wood.
Yeah.
Ow.
All good.
Spike down.
All good. Let's see this pathing. This guy droning is kind of funny because you have a Phoenix. You get full blind. And the guy was just ready for you. Yeah. Well, even with the bulge smoke, like it's not hard to come out. Like if they flash high and they come out of it, yeah, you're just gonna die. Sure. You got flashed. There was no counterplay there. And we don't care who wins that. You don't, but it's whatever. I still think you're just it was just slow. Because I think you, like a really strong play is you've already smoked this. Maybe you, if you think that there's somebody somewhere, you're just like here, you just stun it as you're running. And then bada bing, bada boom. We're out, we're fighting. And then maybe we still do die. But on average, we're deeper and we might catch him off guard. Call it a slower round. Okay. AFK for a bit, but that's fine. Yeah, this is a bad habit, huh? Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Yeah. The reason why... Who's a player that does this? Les does this a lot. If you've ever seen Les play from... Ooh, he's on something now. He's on something different now. He's on Vitality, I think, now. But he used to play for Loud. He does this a lot. And I'll explain what this is. I'm maybe on average. Yeah, because it's you're pressing. Do you do the... Okay, so you might not do the thing that Les does, because this is more flowy. But what Les does is he holds down the D key as he's pressing A, and he lets go of D as he's peeking to get precise inputs on when he stops on a particular angle. I listened to your keys again. That's not what you're doing. You're just kind of pressing the keys out. So here's what I want you to start doing. I'm down for you to deady, and it's correct. Movement is very dynamic, so because you have a lot of tools in your arsenal, you got jump spots, you got jiggles, you got throwing shoulder, you have standard. There's a lot of peak variations you can do, and you can peek tight, you can peek wide. There's a lot, and so I want you to approach from their perspective. What is the one fight, if you are holding any of these on angles, that you want to take? You want somebody slowly, like, slicing from, like, a close wall, like 100% of the time. How many of those easy shots have you had where the dude's kind of, like, slowly walking out or, like, slowly trying to peek a specific spot and you just dome them in the head? Because the answer is usually more than often. And the fights you probably hate are the people who do, like, jump spots, or they'll full peek you when you're relatively not prepared and stuff like that, like really fast movement. Those are the type of fights that people don't like. I mean, we'll take those. I mean, got him off the angle.
Chambers garage window.
One on B.
Who's next?
This just a B hit.
C. He's on us.
Chambers still garage window.
This is a crazy play.
He's window.
Oh, good. Because we got that kill pretty early. I'm surprised people are just hovering around B. Because this wasn't a we insert somebody here and then leave type scenario. This was a we just kind of took B space or like mid space, then we didn't do anything with it. It kind of makes your walk just as crazy. I think your walk, we're down, need to make a play. Okay, now it's a little more subjective. I still think you make a play though. Oh yeah, yeah, we definitely just plant the spike now.
Last player
Please
standing.
push grass.
And now it's subjective. I'm down to play. Take a fight. All good. Live and learn. See? Did you just see how hard that shot was for him? Do that, except probably jump spot it instead. Cause you like deadied the main angle and accidentally wide swung his shot.
Revealing area. Found them.
Pulling them in.
Take flight.
Blocking concealment. Get out of my way.
You're so dead. Yeah. Yeah. If you're out in the open, you kind of have to be the shooter of the eye. Especially if it's smoked. If it's smoked and you got people here ready to fight, you're the shot. That's on you. Because you're the only one threatened by this eye, right? Think about it. How easy was it for you to shoot that? You're probably just dead. I think you're just dead. If you don't flick shot it, you kind of have to come this way. Otherwise, open area. You feel, and you don't want to just get tagged for free. Yeah, you tried to spray him down, but oops.
You want to play? Let's play.
Recovering it.
This might be another bad habit. Okay, we're lurking. I'm down. Cool.
Idiots. Spike down A.
Jet swinging along.
Well, I mean, I'm still walking. If they don't kill that jet needs to die for your lurk to get a lot of value.
Wait, come back, see.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, C's free. Yeah. Well, that's a fake. Surely that's a fake. Yeah, that's a fake clone.
Last player standing.
That's not? The fake was on A? What? Wait, what? What? Wait. Really? No, he shot. I'm gaslighting myself.
Concussing him.
I mean, yeah, take the fight. He gave you the one. We just lost it. No worries. Unfortunately, your team died on the other end, and I think your walk was correct. More often than not.
Recovering it.
I don't know why I took
Last player
bad
standing.
fight.
We tried. And you guys are playing a slow default game. This is very unsmurf-like. This is the opposite. I will explain why my thought process has changed. to where it is right now, and why I've kind of had this, I don't know what, enlightenment, so to speak, on the essence of like what a Smurf playbook is. And a Smurf playbook, in essence, is a very fast attack and then plays fast retake or fast rotate on defense. The reason why we do this is so that on average, and we're talking because we want to rank up, on average, not game to game, throughout every game that you play, this approach wins a majority of the time. And then, of course, we can swap to a more slower game if we find like, oh, these guys are just straight up fast running it, or these guys are really good at holding space with their utility, or like we just can't take whatever. And then, okay, now we kind of have to come up with like weird game plans or like more intricate game plans. But in all honesty, like the team you're facing, you honestly could probably just run them down. I'm not gonna lie to you. Their team is very, how should I put this? Very slow and unaware of a lot of threats. Big one was the Clove just walking down mid, pulled out a smoke in an unsafe area. Oh, actually, just like you. Just kidding. You do the same thing. Okay. All right. Okay. So, while that is an unexpected play, note where you're throwing it from. Wish I could zoom in, but I don't have a zoom in key. Yeah, this probably left a negative imprint of the round into your psyche that stayed there forever. So if you're ever in astro form, you want to have some level of cover. Like if you were just around this corner, you never want to just be straight in the open. This is a sign that you're kind of thinking about the other side of the game. Or more specifically, especially if you're trying to throw cross-map utility. Because Astra strives in throwing support-based utility, you have to be really good and really fast at placing it. Otherwise, stuff like this happens where people just catch you on a timing. And that's just straight up a round over.
Got to target a star. Concealment.
I like that you tried to clear the close left.
Two coming right now.
I mean, they know. Like, imagine, so you have to show your opponents that you play differently. In essence, why we have to is because your opponents have the same brain that you do, to an extent, right? We're talking average. They're going to be able to, they think like you to an extent. So in order to outthink them, what we think is good, we'll have to beat them. And so far, what we think is good is spreading out and going the map. Notice that we're not really dragging rotators. Like this guy, 2 people died on A and they just held. All right. Because these guys are just running us down there. And because we're on a low buy, I would like to see something a little crazy, something a little kooky, something a little wacky that we haven't done. And spreading out and defaulting is not really as wacky as you would like. Classic Void crash out. Like, holy, you get rolled. Holy moly. This game isn't even remotely like fundamentally, these guys are playing very aggressive. I'm surprised that there hasn't been a call like take C space, someone hold doors, someone watch garden, and punish them for running out.
Just wait for them to push you A, like hold your sewers.
You just, yeah, you know. I wouldn't actually hold sewers. Personally. I think that these guys have been, when the enemy shows that they can win this fight, don't show it. I mean, unless your boy has an op, which case, sure. As for the A main push, like 3 times. Oof, oof. I say you don't want to push into this. Because they're willing to push into you. You want to see if they're willing enough to flank against 2 sentinels. If they're that dumb, then we're just going C, right? Because they're stacking towards A.
Multiple
2 towards C. 1 garage. Garage dead. Okay.
Juice.
Now this is just a regroup somewhere.
Garage, garage.
I mean, you have a lurker, so what can you do? You take those. Wow, okay. We keep dying sewer. No, if you're gonna take A, the split is way stronger. Okay, you did have an off. There's the walker, right there. There she is. Right there. Imagine, like, being out of sight. That TP's funny. They were going to walk. In their DNA. Wouldn't be surprised. I think the only person who isn't going to walk like that super deep near the start of the round is the Yoru, because the Yorus typically play cross map TP for insta rotate. But no, I would definitely still go sewers. It's just you'd rather have a drone or something akin to that. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Oh, dude. Somewhere. Grass somewhere. Well, we'll see if that's actually a possibility you should be looking out for. Okay. Funny thing happened. Garage is open, unfortunately. And it does remain open. Yeah, even after this kill. Yeah, because the Yoru could definitely get past this. Yeah, it is a loaded question, true. Yeah, wow, that timing is insane, though. I'm not gonna lie to you, that timing is pretty wild. Yeah, it's a possibility, but an unlikely one. I would also die to that guy. I'm down, I gamble that too. There's no conviction to your plays on attack on this map. So here, I'm going to show the starting formation real quick. This is the starting formation. So you're on a 4-1. I'm going to be talking very, very team-oriented based Valorant here. But we're in a 4-1. The pivot, we're covering the C walk, holding the A short line. So the pivot, what this plan tells to me, considering we're putting 4 people here to do a job, is we're killing this guy who comes out garage. Right? That's it. That is the apotheosis of the play. The only reason I know that it's not going to be some sort of like B take, like fast B take or something along the lines, is because this guy is holding space. And because he's holding space, it's likely that you still want to pivot. So it shows that there's a strong play here. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. We just hold garage, we kill this guy if it comes out. But then this is what the secondary set of positioning is just 10 seconds later. All right. The objective is no longer here, right? I don't think there's a soul looking this way. Maybe the Sova is. It might be. The model looks like it's not, but it might. He might just be looking at it. I don't know. This guy's definitely looking towards to take B space. This guy's still holding A, and this guy went to grab the spike. It's like, sure. And you went over to cover like early C space. And there's no there's no intentionality for the round. Because in this moment, your plan and intentionality is very easy to see. I'm holding the C-Walk. Are they going to come down C main? I'm going to shoot them if they do, maybe fall away. But we didn't start in this position. Our position was made for this garage guy, right? If you're putting 4 people here, if you're waiting for somebody to come out garage and you're waiting for them to die, right? Because they should die. If they peek you, they should die. Some agents can get out of that, most can't. And so it's very awkward that we then now settle into a default position and just kind of let them maintain the status quo, because we had our game plan set on a potential weakness. I don't think the weakness is correct. The odds of them just peeking out garage now, this round, after being punished, I think twice now, very low.
Get out of my way.
They have 2 on
There's
B,
2
bro.
up in B.
Yeah. Okay, we'll fix that. It's this spot in particular. I think you peek normally every other spot. We're gonna fix that. Keep that as a note for later. I think you've done it wrong every time.
Put down. Reload him. Spike drop. Come on, let's go.
We'll drop this. Oh yeah, wait. I should have paused while I was checking something else. How'd you die? I mean, traded. Traded. That's good for you. Traded. Wow, headshot. That's so grand. Traded. We take those. Okay, 39.5. You probably even win this game. Just kind of, or maybe not actually. It's probably close. We lose. Okay. Let's see, defense. So defense, you can position literally anywhere on the map. That is the benefit of playing Astra. You are not confined to any one position. Now, there are positions that are better than others. For example, we do want to, since we don't have a clear advantage in any gunfights or any get out of jail free gunfights, we don't want to play out in the open, and we don't want to play like in one and dones. Those are the 2 spots that we really don't want to do, unless the return on average is really good. For example, if you play judge in here in this one and done, usually not a one and done if you have a judge. Usually you'll get more because it's a really strong spot with the weapon in mind. And with the ghost, you're stupidly flexible. You can go anywhere. Unironically, anywhere you want to challenge, you're golden. So it's very perplexing that we chose this spot. Let's see how we got here. Want to give a little bit of context to this. We think garage.
Play B.
Then you call B. You play flash zones. You don't have a flash, so you don't want to bank off those zones. In this particular matchup, they have a Yoru, so you really don't want to play flash zones. Garage and cubby. Like this cubby? Because I know what you mean by garage. Because almost this entire right side is a flash zone. Essentially. Like the left side isn't. You can kind of play here and get the value. Cubby on A side. What the? Oh, no. On defense, if we're throwing the smoke, you can probably play cubby with the smoke in mind. Yeah, it's graffiti. Okay, it's been graffiti for. Yeah. So you can play graffiti. I wouldn't start there, right? You still want to challenge space and challenge control, and this is a gamble. It looks like, so I'm down. You call that? That's funny. It is definitely, graffiti's the more accurate call, because when you think cubby, people get right here, like in sewer. It's a more apt name for the spot. No, 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 stay. You cold. I'm playing B. I'm down for the stack. You just have to play fast rotate, which is good. I'm down. You should be fighting with the Sova or something. There should be some initial contestment. Almost always on defense unless you're doing something sneaky. And for the first round of defense, we don't have to be sneaky. We just have to be solid. Okay, you need to run. 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 Go, go, go. Good. Good. Wow, holy moly. Got
What is
wrecked.
that? He's tracking me through the smoke.
I don't know about being on site anymore.
Knocking them.
Smoke it, smoke it.
Okay. Alright, 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 alright. But do you feel it, though? Do you feel it? Like, we're here. You see dog, like, you're not looking at your crosshair. There's no threat. You're looking at a wall. And so, when you see this on the minimap, that's 2. Run. It's got to be quicker. When we play fast rotate, it's I've thrown a star right here. We can argue what spot is better, like here or here. You can fight, like, we can fight it all day, like day and night, which one's better. I think both are completely fine. This one might be better for the case situation against the enemy team. They have a lot of flash potential to come out of this. They also have clones to get past the trips. So it's not as strong to throw it here than it is to give your chamber like a safety net. But you see that? It's quick. Get out of it. Move. You're already on site. Go, 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 go. And honestly, I would stay. I would just fight. I would shoot this and just go. Like, getting off site and attempting to play retake in a 4v5, that is not what we want. On average, you have way more impact if you just step out here, like you shot it already, so they might just think you're CT, and try to get a fight going. Because we need to take a risk. Our boy died. It's especially true if the chamber's alive, but it's decently true on average when he dies. The only reason you would not want to come out is against a different team. Ones that can actually contest space a lot more insanely. Because think of what actually this enemy team can do. Very selfish, very selfish, very selfish, right? The amount of utility that'll fly at you is not to the extent that can force you offsite. You can play around a lot of this. Yoru and the Fade are your only right? Like, those are the only ones you're like, okay, these guys could probably trash me. But the rest of these are probably just going to give you 50s. And so allowing them to get set up and then going for a play just allows like random stuff like this to happen. Yeah, is it very unlikely? Honestly, not even. I think there's a very common play when people smoke just to get in this smoke and stop people from coming out.
Smoke it, smoke.
Yeah, no. You even win that round. That's insane. Send your teammates a postcard. Holy moly.
I'm doing a sight smoke.
Okay. Play it towards C. You only have to spot for him.
Oh my god, 1B.
Obscuring vision.
Yeah. You can run. You can run.
2B.
Ooh. Man, if I was I mean, not you.
He knows.
You
They
got-
always know.
You. All good, all good. Not you.
Done with this game. I'm going for garage.
Blocking vision. Concealment.
Nope.
Spike down.
Ah!
Oh man.
Spike down.
Ah!
Nah, we don't track the body. Oh, we don't track the body. That's rough. Yeah. Still win. Holy.
I like that trip, my god, too.
Walk up. Walk up. We need to take a risk.
Your TPA?
Or leave.
Never mind. I don't have that. I have healing.
You don't got that feeling.
Concealment. Recovering.
Inside
My
them bones.
I'm doing fast rotate here. I'm over rotating.
Yeah? That's what I want. You're getting it. That's what I want. I want you to over rotate on average. And then in the game, like, if the enemy team shows that they have a competent lurker, then you go, okay, I'm not going to instantly over rotate or just fast rotate, right? Because now we're respecting people. That's what I want. It's not an over rotate. This is just fast rotate. We saw nothing C. We heard nothing B. They're not a lurking team. On like pistols, when they're down economic advantage, they'll do some weird play. Sure, they'll like work mid, work garage, and then like they'll try way harder than what they're doing right now. I guarantee you, there's 5 people towards A.
Backside.
Actually, that's a liar. That physically can't be true. There is a lurker. Actually, just kidding. Literally just kidding. There was a lurker B. Okay. So after this round, I would be like, okay, they're willing to lurk in rounds where they have economic advantage. I'm going to play it a little bit more chill and try to bait out that lurk timing.
Knocking them.
Wanna be.
Spike planted.
On B.
You probably went back.
Last player standing.
Got him. What a shot. And sure. Yeah. This round is the round I would be like, okay, let's see. What are they doing?
You're TP on A.
Scanning
Long.
ahead.
Blocking vision. Obscuring vision.
This guy is like, I don't understand.
Spike
Okay. Are you a Chad? Are you going to jump onto this box and kill 2? Or are you going to wait for the smoke to fade?
planted.
Oh, that's annoying. You probably have to wait for the smoke to fade, huh?
Last player.
Okay, so that angle is actually cracked. I know where this guy is. That angle is cracked. There's 2 angles that are really good. This one right here and this one over here. For heaven, they both give you headshot angles. This one, the one closer, you have to crouch. This one, you can just stand. It's real tough.
Standing.
What?
Yeah, it's really hard. Yeah, the clove was in the standing one. Oh, that's annoying. That's tough. Yeah, no, enemy really outplayed you there for sure.
Blocking vision.
Well.
Baby Jim.
Well, wow. Dude, this guy has no respect for you. No respect whatsoever.
There. Guy just rushes everything.
Face
It
your
makes no
fear.
sense.
Last player standing.
Yeah, they do not respect you at all. This is a game where no one is showing anyone a lick of respect. The enemy team is just looking at you like you're chopped liver.
Heading to the above.
That will never hit.
That'll
I
work.
don't know what's going on.
Not finally. There
You
we go.
want to play? Let's play.
See fast.
Yep, chill. Oh, yeah, we're just playing retake on C, huh? I'm surprised you gave up to play here. My philosophy being that this is already covered. We want to stop the rehit. You're in a good spot. They use Fade Eye, Fade Dog. No more scouting utility. They look like they were leaving. You have 2 options. Option 1 is you read they're gonna rehit and you just hold C. Option 2 is you just run A, because who is just gonna come B off of a rotate like that? when they know a lot of people are towards C.
Obscuring vision.
Okay, well the Clove would and died for it justly. Oh, the Yoru too. Yeah, dies for it justly. Justly, surely. Yeah, you have the right idea to watch the C push too, so I think that's correct. That Yoru really just walked into you. We take those. Fade also wanted to go towards B as well. Nice. Okay, now the chamber could be literally anywhere. Was ulting. Could be up C.
You see long.
Let me take those. This guy's dead for sure. Bet.
We're gonna go A.
We want them to go away. I would love if the enemy team went A this round. I would love if the enemy team went A. You would probably have to shift to B because the chamber loves lurking through mid. But other than that, I want them to go away. I don't want to use anything this round. There's the mid chamber.
Taking that back.
No, it's an A play. For sure, for sure.
Looks B.
Okay.
Middle.
You decide to play anchor, hard anchor. I'm down. I'm down.
Concealment. Blocking
Big
vision.
backs.
Oops. Oops. Man, I'm down. If you're a Giga Sweat, you probably tuck against the wall. Like if you're a Giga Sweat, your chamber's got the garage, you just want to tuck. Yeah, good. No, don't untuck. What are you doing? We're just exposing ourselves to a C walk now.
That back.
Just stay tucked. We don't have to move. The thing is, you don't have to do anything from that tuck position. Like, if you're just gonna anchor anyway, because I'm actually down this position strong. Why? Because if they do a split, they're not gonna see you. You have angle advantage here. It's just also a very unexpected position for you in this round. Think of how this round has turned out for the enemy, and this is kind of how you learn how to play off angles. Because you play off angles when the team doesn't understand. Firstly, you don't do it when they have flashes or like heavy recon. Still up. It's like whatever. Or the enemy doesn't expect you. Like, who expects an Astra late into the round to be sitting against this wall? Very few. Especially in these scenario, because like what? Died front B, died garage. And so they know that they're stacked towards mid. Likely Astra's towards that way as well. Well, yeah.
Blocking vision.
There you go. Yeah. Done.
That back.
Yep.
30 seconds left.
You're what? You're statistically winning in this spot.
Pop up wall.
This is good.
Spike planted.
I don't like the wall, but it's whatever.
It's Molly.
Well, nice.
Spike diffused.
Alright, take those. I think the only reason I don't like the wall there is because we kind of just took our boy out of the play. But that's it. Like, the second you knew that this guy was A long, ult him, and now he just can't win the round. I'm down. I'm down to win rounds like that, too.
Who's
Get out of my
next?
way.
Bang.
Nothing C, it's A.
Taking that back. Concealment.
Okay.
You fade.
I don't like the smoke. When'd you throw that?
It's A.
Taking that back.
Um... I'll actually let it ride. Because I don't hate it as much as I thought I would. The only reason I'm kind of not down for it... Actually, no, I don't like this smoke. I don't like the smoke timing, right? Because you throwing this early shows that you're not even near, right? Because these guys are here. This is where the early fight is. There might be something like short. But if they round this corner, see this smoke, I think there's nobody here. Because your timing for using this is your friend's death. But if there were more people over there, you wouldn't have smoked, right? Because you would know that they're not up yet. And so if your team was closer or the enemy was closer, this smoke is sick. Because it's a great denial smoke. But by the time they reach there, it's like, it'll be down. And I don't think it's going to slow them down long enough to get you guys in position.
You're so lucky.
And you're just down a smoke, right? Same with that one too, right? Those are very hold smokes that they can either be passed already. Right? Because think how fast your team got to them. It's like they can beat you. The geometry favors the attackers. I don't think that's going to delay them. And yeah, they're planting already. Yeah, they're gone. They're already out. We spent 2 stars doing nothing that we could have. We could now have 2 smokes for the retake. And that the retake now looks different, right? Because then we just smoke this off. We smoke this off. We get like a star here. Like we can do a star here or something. You can now the retake looks strong because we can set a bunch of utility down and just blast them. But now you're very limited on the retake potential.
Planted.
Same with that dart. That dart's way too early. Doesn't tell you anything. I mean, we take those.
My turn.
Last player. Last player.
I mean, get owned. I don't know.
No way. There's
Get owned. I mean, get absolutely destroyed. All right, let's talk Astra. Let me boot up the game because we're gonna have to go over a couple of things. Okay, that's not my password. That's not my password. That's my password. There we go. Okay, there's also an update. Since when? What is there patch notes? What happened? What? Or I guess we're just sitting here, just twiddling our thumbs a bit. All right, there we go. Finally. There weren't patch notes, so they didn't change anything about the game. Sorry, Raven. You're never getting old Viper back, by the way. That's never coming back. I'm sorry. You can hope and beg and plead all you want. You can send Riot a bunch of emails saying, "Can we have old Viper back, please? Please." And the answer will be no. Serendipitously. If that's the word I want to use there. Hold on. I haven't spelled that right. Holy moly. I'm like that. Yeah. By luck or chance. In an unexpected way. Yep. Good.
I am on a higher plane, Charlie. Literally.
TFT grind. New patch came out, so I'm just kind of like experimenting with stuff right now. Anima Squad looks strong. New something else looks strong.
Relax, my friends. Time and space.
Six Layer seems good, but it's not the Shaco like grind set thing. Like if you get an early Shaco 2 with good Shaco items, like maybe roll Shaco 3, but it's not as strong as like the Zeds or like anything like that, like none of the 4 cost. Boom bots are kind of trolling. Garen is a really good unit. A stupidly good unit. A lot of traits are kind of weak. A lot of the trait augments are really strong. A lot of the hero augments are really strong. Trying to think. I think that's the end of my findings. All right. Let's go over this real quick. All right. So I want you to note, and I'll show this from the enemy's perspective. We're just going to use EG as our enemy, our generic enemy. So I want you to note how far away you are from this corner when you do this play. So think about it this way. See this guy? You're so dead to this guy. Very often. Right? Unless you have perfect pre-aim. Now, if you come out to me and you just go like, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and then you hit that one because you're better than me, you kind of got it. All right, it takes me like four steps to kind of clear most, if not all, the off angles and on angles. Say this, I'd have to practice this one because I'm kind of weak with this. But notice how it's one continuous motion, and if I see them, I can stop at a dime and shoot. And if I get caught off guard, that's fine, we don't shoot. It's always been movement, right? So we do like this, and then over here, oh! Like, we want it to be stupidly smooth. Now, I think that this is the worst type of fight to take, C-long. And you'll notice that there's a lot of, a lot of pros don't actually take this fight because it's really bad. And it's not that there's no stopping. Oh yeah, there's definitely no stopping in between your movements. Notice how like there's this jiggle. If you're going to do this, which I'm okay with. I think jiggling and kind of like pre-aiming a bullet is totally fine, especially if your position's known. That's totally cool as well. I personally think you should be closer, but because it's faster. Like it's just this is just a hard shot for you to hit and an easy shot for them to hit. But that's essentially it. Yeah, when you peek this, if you're going to do it this way, which I'm gonna tell you the other ways to do it, and you're like alone. It's just very quick, refined, easy, very smooth. We want very smooth motions. Because when we do like choppy bits in comparison. Let me actually pull your up real quick. When do you do it? You do it a lot. Yeah, here we are. But look how small these steps are in comparison. And there isn't intentionality behind it, yeah? So like you do that and then compare. Notice how mine's very smooth, has a lot more motion to it, and it's also a little wider. Because when you do this like tiny steps-esque, you're not actually like priming your target and like getting ready to shoot them well. You're just making your shots really hard to hit, because think about how many movement intervals you have to do this movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 movement intervals. I can do it in half. And I'm down if you want to check like the off angles too, because like I do on, off, on. And if they're anywhere in the middle, imagine like how easy that shot is going to be for me. in comparison, right? Like if they're here or here, like that's a quick micro, that's a quick micro, that's a quick micro. You feel me? But it's all these extra steps that, like, if someone got on your screen, you would shoot and you'd probably be inaccurate. But that's like the big, like, mechanical thing that if you ever find yourself in death matches, and you're definitely loading up a custom and practicing this too, by the way. If you find yourself in a custom and you want to take this fight, it's here, here, here. If they're over here, just adjust. So what you actually should be doing, though, on average, that gives you way more chances to live and way more chances to get stuff. Please start jump spotting this. Like, please start jump spotting this, because it's so, especially if you're alone. Just give this a good jump. Give this a good jump, and now you're here. All right, if somebody's here, you can do a wide swing. You can throw shoulder, throw wide, stop, go wider, stop. You know. You don't want to take this fight super raw. It's a hard fight. That's why it's so good. When is the walk-up smoke good? When you want to deny information that you're C. So, like, you throw this when you don't want them to know you're C long. Because good players, what they'll do is they'll use this smoke, they'll walk here, and then bam, bam.
Concealment, concealment.
And then they'll flood out of the smoke. And it's really good if the enemy team has an operator. You know the worst thing in the world for an operator player, like, and even those, like, the Yoru player who played Outlaw towards C, that's when you want to, like, when you can deny them easy information and make the fights harder for them. Because think of the guy from our perspective, or from his perspective. He's got an Outlaw. This smoke comes up. Now there's threats from here, and he can get walked on here. So guess what he has to do? He has to pick either to go back here and gamble that they're not going to come right. I'll throw it again.
Without obscuring vision.
Or gamble that they're not going to come left and cross right and hold something or get off site, right? We have a lot of options that we have to take into account. But this is so risky, like, you don't want to do this. Good night. Stop it. Get out of here. Get banned. Sue. But that's when the walk-up smoke is good in particular. It's the same kind of idea with the walk-up smoke A long. Where we can deny them information and deny them a fight. And take the space. That's when this is, like, really good. I know we're kind of shying away from what King needs to know, but just, like, general knowledge. But you, like, look at this, and it's like, are you really going to fight through here? Probably not. Are you probably going to chill here? Maybe. Very likely. Like, from their perspective, it looks quite annoying. But I'm just going to cross here. And then maybe die. Or go short. I personally go short there. But that's not our focus. You have to calm the intention, and there has to be, like, an understanding. If you are below a specific rank, no one's gonna get the reason, and all they're going to think about is you just smoked them off. Like, what are you doing? Are you throwing? What the? Do you even know how to play Valorant? Excuse me, I have 2,000 hours on Valorant. I'm silver. You are definitely not throwing the right smokes. What the? Just smoke normally, you idiot. Like, what the? Come on. Do you not know how to play the game? I know how to play the game. I've been playing this game for so long. I've been playing this game for 3 years, dude. Gosh, dumb controller players don't know how to smoke. It ruins my lobbies every day. Oh, gosh. But yeah, if you want to rate me 5 out of 10 on Fiverr for my acting, I'll take the rating. But going back to King, that's just one mechanical set that we came up with. But I will have to say it now because I think we talked about it earlier. You're still supremely slow at getting these down. How much do you practice just tossing these suckers?
Obscuring concealment.
And then just popping them as you run? because it looks labored still, which is not what we want. We want things to be very smooth, very fluid when we throw utility. And Astra has the tough job of having an astral form, which means in order for us to get value, we have to be stupidly good at placing these down quickly and effectively. And then with a plan. Because what's the explanation on site? Not been practicing Astra because of Breach. Well, this man submitted me an Astra VOD. Da 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 da. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play more than one agent, I don't mind. But if you're gonna let other agents drop to try to raise another one, nope. Not how learning works. So when we learn things, we want to reinforce our knowledge. But because we're not like learning new things, we continue to keep our level and maybe even slightly go above it, like where our baseline was. While we're practicing something else and we're trying to get that up to speed. Totally fine, right? Like if this is your breach right now and we want it to look like this, yeah, we should be practicing it more, but we can't neglect this because we don't want that to turn into this. And so personally, and this is if you have a lot of time, I would cycle the agents. Maybe I would not commit too much time into this, but just enough to where like there's some practice. So like you do a lot of time. Perfect. Okay. So I would commit like 5 to 10 minutes on just getting some reps in, right? Just enough to where like if I watch your VOD back again the next time, you call a rush C and it's like bang, bang, bop, and your boys are up, you're already running up, throwing all this stuff, and you're gun out ready to fight. Like that's how fast you want to be playing to get the value off of Astra, because if you throw all this stuff this slowly, you saw it in your VOD, you threw this, you smoked this, you smoked this, and then you kind of placed this perfectly, smoked, and then by the time you were able to come out, half your team was dead, you came out and died for free. So that'll be a major focus that we do off-site. Yeah. Okay. So, peeking. Utility speed. Or at least utility practice. We want to keep the practice going. There's only so much theory that we can go over that doesn't impact practice. Okay, Smurf playbook. I really am going to start incorporating this into a lot of the students that are ready for it. Specifically the people who are mechanically cracked on average throughout most of your games. You, sir, are cracked. Void is also relatively cracked. I'm actually having a second opinion on later, more reflection. But so Smurf playbook is essentially you call something and you go as fast as possible. I explained it earlier. And there's none of this. What it's going to look like instead is something more akin to this.
Right
Maybe
there.
there's a smoke there, you don't need it.
Got obscuring blocking vision.
Super fast, super strong, very trusty of yourself. Nice. Yeah, but that's essentially. Hold on, let me just pull up. You've all seen You've all probably seen me watch Astra VODs. I've watched it a couple this past Monday. You've seen a bunch of Astra VODs, but I really want to just I'm gonna pull the reason why they don't necessarily run it down. We'll say, wow, a lot of Demon 1 Astra. I mean, sure.
Yo!
Yo, what?
You're the one making them.
Without a star, I cannot. Obscuring
Okay, this guy's actually bad at Astra, so maybe not. King? Yeah, King is a controller player and a breach player. I'm very loose on agent picks. Oh, by the way, what's up, Salad? I wasn't trying to ignore you. I just caught me in the middle of a rant, Randall. Demon 1? No, he's not Diamond. Demon 1 is not Diamond. Demon 1 is a controller though. That's right, you said D1. That's so coincidental. Yeah. No, he is. Yes, he plays controller predominantly now. I need an actual Astra player, please. So I'm Astra, sure.
anyone hungry? Lunch on
Astro, bro. Alright.
Scanning ahead.
Went down the 10s route, yeah.
bring them in.
Alright, GG.
Rope dart, rope dart. Flash short, I think Phoenix hit like 8. Close though, hit 8.
It was long.
So I actually do want to say real quickly why when you're watching these VODs they might play a little slower. I want to clarify that they know the enemy team, and so they're forced to play slower, right? Think of this round. It was a fast A hit. 2 people die. They have shock dart lineups for like A main. They have Phoenix small even flashes towards A short. Like they're forced to play slower because of the enemy forces them to. Otherwise they would just run it down. Yeah, see, look how many trap plays that the enemy team set. There was like 3. Just in one site.
I'm saying. Long it.
Scanning ahead.
I'm peeking short.
Right there.
Bro, the Ashes don't see, bro.
It's going to feel incorrect to do Smurf playbook. Especially after you watch some of these rounds.
There's a turret.
Without a concealment.
He's not even with FNS, but there's some callers in here.
Down middle.
Swinging 55.
Nice. There's 3
Yeah. Let's see. Gun round. They're probably gonna play it slow.
You on Phantom Arc? Nah.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for an actual fast round. I want to show it. They're playing slow because the enemy team made them respect them.
We lose.
I can knife sight.
I'm a drone.
going
I'm a
above.
drone. And I'm a dark sight.
KJ garage. 30 days, I'm not. I'm in garage.
Obscuring, obscuring, blasting
They
it.
suck. They molly.
Flashing sight, flashing sight.
Yeah, go for it, go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
pick a front. I'm gonna pick a smoke in front of us.
Need that back.
Flashing again. Logs, logs.
On logs. Logs. Logs plus garage.
Again, punished for it.
Last player standing.
Bro, his flash sucks.
Powers out.
You kind of see the gist, right? Where we might fall into the trap of trying to play correct, despite the fact that on average, in average games in our current elo, we don't need to play like this. Because I guarantee your enemies are not doing stuff like this. They're not that smart. These Radiants are insane. But that's just what the mental image I wanted to have in your brain when like thinking about like fast rotating. Like you have this negative connotation. It's like, okay, I'm gonna over rotate. It's like, yes, we want you to over rotate. I want you to be on A because on average they're hitting A. Wow. Whoops. All right. Weird bug, no worries. But on average, you get impact in more rounds, which is something quite important. I actually hate doing this, because I don't endorse this, but... Oh, sure. Sure, wanna load or what? Everything's falling apart. God. Ugh. I feel dirty looking this up. Oh. Did I pick up on my mic? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? All the dogs heard it. Oh, did you not hear that? I don't think my mic picked it up. I think someone just like lit a bunch of fucking fireworks. Just down the street. Or someone shooting a gun, I don't know. One of the two. We're just gonna let it ride. Alright. So, I actually hate content like that. You didn't hear it? Unfortunate. I hate content like this. Why? Because we're showing that smurfing is a good thing. Yeah, we were praying for fireworks. And it shows that smurfing is acceptable and is okay. And I hate that. I hate that it got popularized by content creators recognizing that it got views because people like to see dominance and domination. And I hate that so much, dude. And so, but I really want you to see what Smurf Playbook looks like. Yeah, unranked to Radiant, Ye's classic only, OD26's like smurfing guidebook. He renounced and changed his ways. Countless others. Curry, any of his skin playlists, they're all unranked to Radiant, dog shit, every role. The brother's fucking Radiant, of course he's gonna get Radiant in every role. He's just good at the game. There's another one. It's all annoying to me. Joel's did it. I'm sure a bunch of other people have done that content. I hate this content. Curious, this is another channel I hate. Very ego-based. But essentially...
Oh, yeah, on site.
Water.
Thank you.
Plant.
One market.
Open up.
One market.
This one's in a custom, so this one has a little bit of like... This is definitely more fair. I think Curious did not start with customs. Eventually this did turn into customs, which I was a little bit more cool with, right? You're not like, people are now willingly doing, like, they're not ruining the competitive integrity of strangers. Everyone's in the know. We know what's going on here. 9 golds and 1 radiant. We kind of get the gist.
Yo, Rena, you are insane. Are you sure you're a gold?
Nah, he's just a both different goals, you know?
Lucky, bro.
You know what I mean?
Now, the reason this guy's asking if the Reyna's even a gold is because we didn't tell them that there was a Radiant Smurf. It was unveiled at the end, though.
I can hear you.
Oh, well, that's a little annoying.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, we're definitely doing that for content.
Fight.
I'm blinded. I'm blinding gen.
Yeah, true. Except when you run a custom with me, you know there's an immortal in the lobby. Like, they did not know that this was a Radiant player.
Oh shit.
Still a little, like, less scummy, still a little scummy for the views, but whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they would just show
Iron buddy.
how good wrecked.
I'm like snagged.
Yeah, Bob.
I mean, I guess they're not even hiding it. This dude has a immortal sheriff buddy.
Wait, what?
I'm outie. See ya.
Oh,
God,
Ball, take this.
Okay, actually, this guy's a really bad Smurf. Wait, what? KJ also had an immortal buddy. I think KJ picked up the gun.
Oh, good. Nice.
Yeah. Okay, I think what they're trying to just show that there's more gunplay, like advantages with this. Yeah, he's just kind of baiting to flex, like just to get better gunfights and like show. I think on defense it'll show a lot more than on attack. They're kind of getting washed though. Holy moly!
Corners clear.
Wait, this guy's getting washed. Is he just chilling?
Abuse my animals.
Holy
Animal abuse.
Got one.
Spike down A.
I don't even know what's happening.
Street.
One enemy remaining.
They oh no wait, they're winning. Oopsie, I lied. They're hard winning. I lied. Oh, okay. I thought it was yeah, this is just an observer thing. My oopsie. Yeah, no, they're hard crushing. I'm like 3-9. They're losing? What? Yeah, the sides got swapped. My bad. Yeah.
Oh my god. I definitely.
You're him. Keep
Oh
going.
my
Keep
God.
going. Keep
Come
going.
on, we're Timothy. Let's go.
It's your ace.
You're right.
He really just wait. I'm picking mid. Wait, he actually just.
Oh yeah, this guy's not even.
Let's go.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this guy's not even
Wait,
trying to hide
we
it.
got Spike?
Yeah, we
Yoink.
better. What we're doing.
Yeah.
Wait, Sova, you hit chamber. Sova, you hit chamber. I heard him.
Better.
I'm guarding.
KJ, you're going crazy.
You're better.
No.
Get owned.
Oh,
No clipping.
wall me.
Hey.
Oh, yo, I'm blinded.
That's an ace if I've ever seen it.
What?
That's an ace. I'm letting you get your ace from
Yeah,
Let him ace, dude. Come on, let him ace.
He did.
No, darn.
I got pinched.
Don't mind me.
I got
Yeah, but look how fast this guy is. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard that the editing kind of messes everything up. But here, actually, there's a better example. I kind of need to pull from a better source. Let's see. Controller to Radiant. There's actually, yeah.
Actually, it's disgusting. Like, okay.
This is the most egregious.
Free B-bomb site. Silver fake.
They're all in spawn.
First
This will be
one
the
on
most
spawn,
egregious
first one.
of it. I need him to just give me full rounds.
Nice job, guys. Close right.
Hard right out of the smoke.
Okay, this is bowling chat already.
Oh yeah, go figure.
Like, I don't.
Okay, I kind of need him to show me defense real quick.
Smurf or are you normal?
Oh, W lineups. Well, there's two things you
Is
should.
it just the
watch, right?
one game?
Back, anyways. So.
It is just one.
One enemy remaining.
I still look at while smurfing.
But look, no. See, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Look how fast he goes. Right? Playing on A is 16 seconds. Immediately rotates towards mid after they get a pick on like B. Like on average, this is just a hit. I mean, this guy's just dead for sure. No, just kidding. Never mind. Better than Curry.
Back in that.
But he always has impact in the round. That's like the thing. Like we just want to maximize our impact on average. That dude's just AFK. Like.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Well, GG, right?
This is almost. By the way, this is like a professional sub.
Win.
Challenge. I'm gonna see if other.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, you get the gist though. You get the gist. I don't want to watch any of this. Sorry, any more of that. Okay. Let's get your notes real quick before we sign out. So. All right. 3 notes are written down. We're going to smooth out our peaking into smooth, even steps to stop stuttering in our fights. This will give us easier shot management. And also set up to give us better movement in the future. The next thing, we're going to practice throwing down stars as quickly as possible, with as much precision as possible,
Need that back.
in order to speed up our utility and lower our time in Astral form, one of the big weaknesses of playing Astra. And then 3, we're going to incorporate Smurf Playbook. This involves fast rotating in order to be a part of the action. And we're trying to do this so we can be a part of the action on average. On attack, that's just kind of going out with the team. We just want to be literally next to them. Smurf Playbook is just going out with your squad. It's not baiting them. It's not doing anything crazy like that. You go out, you take the fights together with the boys, and you go nuts. Because you're in a level, you're not like Silver, where you can kind of get away with baiting people and just kind of outshoot them. You're in Diamond, everyone can shoot back. So it'd be very helpful if you just shoot with your boys. But then we, of course, adjust accordingly. You can't always play, like, fast rotate. If the enemy team has a good lurker, please adjust. If they start to deserve your respect. Like, if they have a bad lurker and the dude's, like, cubby when his team's hitting A, don't respect that guy. He's a loser. Just let him lose the game for free. And you'll take your free win, on average. Okay, any questions, comments, or concerns, King? You kind of got your practice regiment for the week. Super actionable this week. looking forward to your improvement. Thank you for the VOD. Appreciate it. Again, congratulations on hitting diamond. All right, we have 12 minutes because I'm bad with time management, and I should probably be able to get coaching down to an hour. But anyway. Anyway. Yeah, any questions, comments, concerns? I know Void and King just launched into a game. What troopers? In the I kind of dragged on, I'm not going to lie to myself. That'll be a learning experience for me. But yeah, any additional notes, or not notes, but like questions from anyone? I guess I could explain the question of the day thing. Cause I will admit, of the questions of the day, this is like the least light in terms of an actual topic. But I am very, very not happy with it. My thought process being, like, how many classes you have to take at a time? Anyone who like anyone who is still actively learning in school, can you collaborate with me with how much how many classes you take at a time? But this is gonna go. I'm about to go go sicko mode. So, what is it? On average, most students take like 5 classes a semester or full term. Is that like right? Like 5 classes a semester? Let that be college or let that be high school. I think like 5 major classes is about right. Yeah. Yeah, feel free to correct me as I go along. But essentially, the theory of learning is that for 1 hour of theory, you need 5 hours of practice in order to learn the theory. Of course, this is on average. Some people can do 1 and then with only 2 hours of practice. Some can do 1 hour of theory for 20 hours of practice. And because people learn at different rates, it's very unfortunate to force a one-size-fits-all system of learning. And so when we divide this into 5 classes that you're taking simultaneously, this isn't like sub categories of themselves. This is 5 individual classes. Now we're looking at for a 5 hour, you need 25 hours of practice a week, almost a full day to cover that. Now, and if you're somebody who needs 20 hours of practice to get the same learning curve, because that's just how your brain is wired, now you're looking at 100 hours of practice a week, which is a little under 4 days. Is a little wacky. Actually, a little over 4 days, right? It's like 4 and some change. And so I think that it's a little awkward to have a system like that with simultaneous class taking. Now, hear me out. I have no idea how to fix it. Don't get me wrong. I have literally zero idea how to fix it. 100% couldn't come up with a new system myself. I'm a class A idiot. Very much so, very dumb. But I think it's kind of insane how hard it is to actually learn in the current system, at least in the one that I grew up in. Like it's very, I know what what's really easy to do is like memorize. Like you get really good at memorizing information, but not really learning. You feel? But that's just my rant. That's my whole thing. I'm sure there's more things you can talk about or do, but that's it for me. That's my take. I'm also willing to listen to others about it, though. Like I said, I'm a little bit of an individual who still has to learn a lot. But that is it for today. Again, want to thank you for the VOD. Good luck on the climb, and I'll catch you guys next time. Next stream, get a VOD submitted before Friday, 7 Eastern, and you'll have a VOD review for sure, 100%. Almost guaranteed. Actually, pretty much guaranteed. But with that, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.